Okay. Okay, so we should be live. Let me just double check that we are live. I think we are. Yes, we are. Okay, welcome to everyone who is here watching this video. My name is Alex, and this is Altex TV, and today's live stream, is all about sci-fi films. So these are my top 10 sci-fi films. Now, I'm very interested to hear what everyone else's top 10 of sci-fi films they are, because we're all going to have diverse opinions on this. And to be honest, sci-fi is probably my favorite genre of movies. So, hey, Brad, welcome. So, let's start off with, I'm going to tell you guys, I haven't included any Marvel films or anything like that into this. I've tried to I see them as comic book films, not sci-fi films. So I've tried to go into the traditional route of sci-fi films, which is your space adventures and aliens and all that side of stuff. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to give you my top 10. So let's start off with number 10. And number 10 is going to be Independence Day. Not the second one. The second one's not very good. But the first one. I absolutely love the first Independence Day. My father showed me this movie. Will Smith, absolutely phenomenal. Jeff Goldblum, I absolutely love Jeff Goldblum as an actor. I think him and Will Smith had such a good connection and chemistry in this film. This is all about alien invasion. This is probably the first alien invasion movie that I saw. And for me, I just absolutely adore the story, the concept that these aliens come in. They have this advanced technology. They shoot a beam down and destroy city after city after city, wiping out. When I first saw that, when they dropped that and they just wiped it out, I was amazed. I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I've never seen anything like this before. And it was insane. Mind you, I was probably about, when did that come out? 8 years ago, like decades ago. So I was only young when I first saw it. And yeah, ever since then, I thought the concept of the actual aliens was pretty cool, how they had that shell. And when you open them, you see their true form. I thought that was pretty cool, how they also can talk through the humans. It's just a cool concept. It was a fun movie. I know some people crap on it and that, but for me, I love Independence Day. And that's speech the president gives at the end before they go into the final battle is just so motivating. You're just sitting there and you're like, let's do this. You're sitting there watching it and just saying that. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I love Independence Day, the first one, not the second one. The second one is not very good. We won't even talk about the second one. But the first one, absolutely adore it. So number 10, Independence Day. So we move to number 9. Number 9 is a Vin Diesel movie, and it is Riddick. If you can see that. This is the newest Riddick, and I like the newest Riddick better than Pitch Black and the Chronicles of Riddick, I think it is. I like this one a lot better. This one to me was just, when I first saw it, I loved the first two. I loved the character of Riddick and how he has those special abilities to see with his eyes and how he's got the enhanced super strength, speed, all sorts of stuff like that. But what made this one so cool is he's on a planet, a desert planet, with these creatures that are vicious, that come out at night, that can kill you in an instant. And this is all about his survival now. He's gone away and he is trying to survive in this film. And you've got bounty hunters hunting him. There's a bounty out on him. And I thoroughly enjoy the action in this film. The speeders are phenomenal. The monsters look good. Riddick is just absolutely insane. He's like a great superhero assassin in this film. He just absolutely murders fools, just does all sorts of things. He's the guy. If you're ever stuck on a planet, Riddick is the guy you want to go see. You want him to be on your side. So coming in at number 9 is Vin Diesel's movie, Riddick. So if they do make another one, which there is talks that Vin Diesel is looking to make a new Riddick, I am down for that. I am down for Riddick. I love the Riddick. The whole trilogy, I absolutely love it. But that one is my favorite of the Riddick one. So we move to number 8, which is Looper, starring Bruce Willis and Emily Blunt and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Now, for me, I feel like Looper was the last film Bruce Willis actually gave a shit about, to be honest. I think every other movie I've seen him in now, he's just not giving a fuck, really. He just walks in there, cashes his check in, and walks through it. But Looper, he was outstanding. I love the whole concept of this movie. I love the time travel aspect. That I thought was done really, really well. They explained it, and they went into it, and they showed you how it worked. And they established the rules. If you kill your younger self, you don't exist in the future, which I thought, you know what, they made that rule and they're consistent with it. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is absolutely outstanding here. I love the relationship he has with Emily Blunt. I love Emily Blunt. She is just, she's a goddess. She's just great in anything. I watch her in anything. But the whole story about how it goes full circle to, you see how Bruce Willis's character, who is the older version of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, is trying, his fiance is killed, and he's trying to find the Rainmaker to take him out so none of that happens. And when you see the full circle is actually him trying to kill him and killing his mother turns him into the person he despises. So really, it comes back full circle, and I just love it. I love Looper, and I mean, Looper. It comes in at number 8. I love it. I love it. And Bruce Willis, Emily Blunt, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are absolutely amazing in it. Now, coming in at number 7 is going to be Men in Black. That's right, the first Men in Black. I absolutely adore the first Men in Black. Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith are phenomenal. I remember watching this for the first time, Men in Black, and it makes you sort of believe, well, when I was young, I believed maybe these people are real in real life. I thought it was cool. When he does the first alien kill, you're just like, what? That was wicked. Back in the day, that was wicked. Like, we didn't see movies like that, and it was absolutely insane. I love the story, how there's this giant cockroach alien that's come down and he's going to take over the world. You got two guys. Will Smith's character is inducted. He's sort of the black sheep of the group. The rest of them are all Marines and agents and all that. So they all have skills. He's not. He's just the person from the street. And the way that Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith back off each other, they go back and forth, is just phenomenal. It is phenomenal. The guns look sick. The action is sick. I love the whole adventure story, how they're trying to find this, and you meet along the way all these different aliens that have been living with humans, and it sort of makes me think, could we be living in a world in maybe a century or so with aliens living among us? So I don't know, possibly, but coming in at number 7 is Men in Black. Absolutely love this film. Now, coming in at number 6 is going to be one of my personal favorites, Starship Troopers. I love this film. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, it is a low-budget sci-fi film, but I love this film. I absolutely love it. I don't know if you can see, but if you look right... what am I doing? Right there. That's my Johnny Rico pop. Johnny Rico from this, and I love it. I love Starship Troopers. I mean, I did it on my movie recommendation. I said I recommend this film. It's just fun. It's gory. It is absolutely bloody and gory. It's got a cool, unique story about how bugs are trying to blow up our planet, so we go and invade them. We take the fight to them. And there's some pretty gruesome stuff, like brains getting sucked out, people getting chopped in half. It makes for some fun action. There's kills, everything about it. And I think Starship Troopers, it is a low-budget one, but give it a go. It's funny. It's awesome. You got Neil Patrick Harris is in this film. Denise Richards is in this film. So I recommend see Starship Troopers. You'll be surprised. I know it's low budget, but I still think the effects hold up today. And coming in at number 6, Starship Troopers. So coming in at number 5, what do we have? And it is going to be one of this movie. Before I say, this movie scared the crap out of me when I saw it. I saw it when I was about 13, and it scared the living shit out of me. I kid you not. I couldn't sleep. And number 5 is Signs. starring Mel Gibson, Joaquin Phoenix, directed by Shyamalan. So this is one of his better films. And I tell you what, this movie scared the crap out of me. What scared the crap out of me, what makes it so good is it's the first half of the movie is just suspense. You know the aliens are there. We know that they're there, but we don't know what they look like or anything. But you see little pockets here and there of like a hand, a leg, or something like that. And you're like, oh, and it scares the crap out of you. I don't know if it scares the crap out of you now if you're an adult, but back then when I was 13, it did. It absolutely scared the living daylights out of me. But, I mean, the most iconic scene from Signs is the birthday party. If you guys haven't seen Signs, check it out. And you will, when you see the birthday scene, it is freaky as crap. It is one of the freakiest things. That scene scared the crap out of me. That's probably the scene that I couldn't sleep after watching. It was insane. I was just like, that is fucking scary. But the only problem is the ending. The ending wasn't strong. But overall, it is a suspenseful film. It is fantastically directed. Mel Gibson is brilliant. Joaquin Phoenix is brilliant. It's a great invasion story with a twist. It's not all about action or anything like that. It's a suspenseful thriller, drama, sci-fi, absolutely extraordinary film. So I highly recommend check out Signs if you haven't. And Signs comes in at number 5 for me in my sci-fi list. Now, coming in number 4 is going to be what some people may have in their top 10 because it is one of the classic sci-fi films, and it's the first Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. This film is absolutely fantastic. It is way better than any other Predator that they've done so far. Same with Signs. This film, what makes it so unique and so good is we don't know what the Predator looks like throughout the film. It's only until the last act you see what he actually looks like. And that's some powerful stuff because you're like, this creature, this alien is ripping people bit by bit, killing them off. And we don't know what he looks like. And it's some scary crap because you're like, we don't know. Like, you just don't know. And that's the whole point of it is you don't know what this Predator is. All you know is he's really highly skilled and he is good at what he does. And that's killing and hunting humans. And you get to the whole one-liners, get to the chopper of Arnold Schwarzenegger is just, to top it off, is just perfection. So perfection is all I can say about the Predator. It is so good. It is one of those films that you have to watch. You have to watch, especially if you are growing up. You're a young person. You're growing up and you love sci-fi films and you haven't seen this 80s classic. Check out Predator, the 80 classic one, not the new one. Don't get it mistaken. Not the new one. This one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You will not be disappointed. It is a fantastic film and is one of the great 80s movies of all time, in my opinion. I absolutely adore the Predator and it comes in at number 4 for me. So, I'm just going to take a sip here. Some juice. Apple and blackcurrant juice. All right, so we move to number 3. Number 3, I mean, I love this film. I just love this film so much. It is in my favorites. Well, these next 3 are all in my top 10 favorite films of all time. And it is, if you can see that, The Martian. Matt Damon, The Martian. It's just a Ridley Scott film. It is just phenomenal. I mean, what more can I say about this film? It's a guy that's left on Mars. His crew's gone. They all think he's dead. However, he's still alive. He's a botany person, and he starts making his own food and rationing it out. And you get that whole sci-fi adventure of him surviving on a planet by himself, building things, moving from site to another site to be picked up. You've got the space travel element. You've got all the mechanics of how we're going to get this guy, how we're going to save this guy. You got all that. It is just a fun movie. Matt Damon is sensational in this film. Jessica Chastain is sensational in this film. The whole crew, the whole cast is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal cast, and they are all great. You get the mateship in there. They don't want to leave their friend behind. They're willing to sacrifice time on there journey to come back away from their families to save him. That's all in it, and it's just a fantastic film. So coming in at number 3 is The Martian. So check it out, guys. If you haven't seen The Martian, you're missing out. Check it out. So coming in at number 2, again, on my top 10 favorites list, and it was also on my top 10 action films as well, because I consider it a sci-fi action film, and it is just phenomenal. It's just one of the best sequels ever. I mean, come on. You can't have a top 10 sci-fi list if you don't have this movie in it. An absolute classic. Aliens. I mean, just look how scary that fucking is. Imagine seeing that in real life. Whew, screw that. But Aliens comes in at number 2. I love this film. Ridley Scott again. He is phenomenal at making sci-fi films. Obviously not so good with Prometheus and that, and Alien 3 or whatever. If he did he do Alien 3? I think he did. But Aliens, absolutely one of the greatest sequels ever to a film. And what makes Aliens so good? Action is just phenomenal. The aliens look so good, and there's an abundance of aliens. It is not slow by any means. There is no way this movie is slow. It's just action-packed, full forward. You get the iconic line by Sigourney Weaver, who is phenomenal in this. And that famous line is, "Get away from her, you bitch." That is one of the great lines and iconical lines ever in film history. Aliens is just so good. The Marines are great. It's funny. It's action-packed. It's great. It's got the sci-fi element and everything about it. I mean, you guys have to check it out. If you guys have seen this, comment below. If you've seen Aliens, comment below. What are your thoughts on Aliens? Because I think it's one of the best, if not the best sequel to a movie ever made. It is just up there as one of those. And I think it is the second best sci-fi film of all time. So Aliens comes in at number 2. So coming in at number 1, you probably all know this. It is my favorite film of all time. And it is Star Wars. I mean, I just got Empire Strikes Back here, but it's all 3 of them. The whole original trilogy. Otherwise, it'd be 1, 2, 3. But I can't separate Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I think them 2 are the greatest movies ever made. I love Star Wars. Again, my father introduced me to this, and forever since, I've been the biggest Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars so much. I mean, you can see my Kylo Ren pop up there. I've got a Darth Vader one there, Boba Fett there. I mean, it's just, I love Darth Vader. Darth Vader for me is one of my favorite characters of all time. I love it. I love his character. Luke Skywalker is just phenomenal. Mark Hamill, just brilliant. Everyone, Harrison Ford, just Carrie Fisher, everyone in this film, in this whole trilogy, it's just so good. I love Star Wars so much. You got the space adventure. It is an adventure from point A to point B. You follow the journey of these characters. It's just phenomenal. I mean, guys, if you haven't seen Star Wars, I highly recommend check it out. You may actually enjoy yourself. It is some good filmmaking at its best. George Lucas does a fantastic job on it. The Boba Fett character is one of my favorites as well, because the mysterious mystique about him. He's got that mysterious mystique that we don't know what he looks like, why, like he doesn't talk much, and he's just cool looking. So it's like, this guy's got something. I want to see more of this guy, and you get that feel. But throughout, you get such a compelling story of father and son, just family, brother and sister. Everything about it is just so good. So I highly recommend Star Wars, and I think Star Wars is the greatest franchise of all time, of course. And the original trilogy is the greatest films, and it is the greatest sci-fi film ever. And I've got it as my number 1 in my top 10 sci-fi films. So, yeah. So that's my top 10. So, number 1, Star Wars. Number 2, Aliens. Number 3, The Martian. Number 4, Predator. Number 5, Signs. Number 6, Starship Troopers. Give it a go. Men in Black comes in at number 7. Number 8 comes in is Looper. Number 9 is Riddick. And number 10 is the first Independence Day. So thank you all for joining me. Hopefully you guys have a lovely evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Just have a great day and keep smiling. Don't forget to let me know your top 10 sci-fi films of all time. I am very intrigued to hear everyone's, because there's so many sci-fi, like Ready Player One. There's just so many. Alien. There's just a lot of sci-fi films that you can easily put on, and I wouldn't argue with anyone because it's subjective. Everyone's going to have different opinions. That's my top 10. I want to hear what your top 10 is. Let me know. And thank you again for joining me for this live stream, and look forward to the next videos coming out this week. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.